Hi there, Coach Chris here. Glad to be back with you again for another episode of the Recovery Journey Navigation to Addiction Freedom YouTube channel. I try to post these videos on a regular basis because I want to continue to give information and solutions and education to people who may be suffering from the disease of alcoholism or addiction, or who may have a family member or loved one or friend who may be suffering from addiction. My job is, let me back up. My mission is to share my recovery experience and my years of training as a substance abuse counselor and my years of training as a recovery coach, to share the information that I have ascertained, the things that I've learned, to share this with you on this channel because I want you to experience a transformation. I want your loved one who may be struggling with addiction issues, I want them to find the secret sauce for their transformation. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit here briefly about what your options are, what their options are. And you're going to hear pretty quickly, without any gloss over it at all, that I don't believe that a person needs to go off to a inpatient treatment center for 30 days or 45 days or 60 days and live in a non-reality state of being for a month to be able to be clean and sober. Okay? Number one, anyone can stay clean and sober if they're locked up in a treatment facility. Okay? They typically don't have drugs and alcohol in the treatment center. Now, there may be a need for some people to get medical assistance in detoxification services for coming off certain drugs, and I completely support that. I would be totally remiss to not tell you that some drugs and alcohol can have some serious withdrawal side effects, serious, like even life-threatening. So people do need to consult with their physicians about help with detoxification from substances. But I don't believe that people are getting what they need by sitting in a treatment center in a group therapy session with 12 other people for 4 hours a day, and then going and playing tennis or going to the sauna, and twice a week talking to a trauma counselor, and then spending an hour each week in equine therapy, petting a horse. It's all fun stuff and it's great, and I understand the meditative value of being in a yoga class. I completely am cool with yoga and equine therapy. I think it's great. However, when a person gets a full month of that, are they really prepared to maintain sobriety in the real world? Out there where they live, out there where they work. Are they being provided the solutions and the steps or the process by which they can live in the real world, the normal world, the world of family and friends and the pressures of daily life? Are they being given the tools they need to stay sober through all of that? How does that relate to being sort of locked away in a world of, in a treatment center world where there's no chance that the person is going to relapse or use drugs while they're there. There is no therapeutic long-term value to being locked away. Okay? Years ago, people that had a weight problem used to go to these facilities that just didn't feed them. Okay? They put them on 1,200 or 1,500 calories a day, and they stayed locked up behind a gate in this facility for 3 weeks or a month or 2 months, and the weight would just fall off them. It's like with me doing the special order diet. As long as I was on the diet and eating 1,500 calories a day, the weight was falling off of me. But when I stopped eating the diet food and started eating normal meals, I began to put weight back on. Just like the people that were in the institutions. Once they left there, they weren't prepared to walk in a grocery store and walk by the potato chips and not grab a bag. Okay? People with addiction problems go spend 30 days in a treatment center, but that when they leave there after their $30,000 treatment stay, are they really prepared to go out to eat dinner with their spouse or their friends at a restaurant that serves alcohol and has a bar? Are they really prepared for how to get through that scene without ordering a drink when the waitress comes or the server comes by the table and says, hi, my name's Bob and I'm going to be taking care of you tonight. What can I get you from the bar? Well, how does a person know how to answer that question from being in a treatment center for 30 days? They're not getting asked that question at the treatment center. So I'm telling you all this because I want you to understand that sobriety is about living in the real world and about learning solutions to real world conditions. And I'm not really trying to sell you my course. I'm trying to tell you the difference in my course and living in a treatment center for 30 days. The Recovery Journey course is about living in the real world. It is a course that people take from home. They spend 2 hours a day working through the course modules, and every module is about living in the real world and providing solutions and interventions and new ways to transform your life so that you can go to the restaurant and you know what to say when the server says, "What can I get you from the bar?" I did a whole YouTube video on how to answer that question a while back. Check it out and see if you can find it there. It's a solution you can use, I think is the title of it. So the Recovery Journey course is about helping you learn how to live in the real world and to live clean and sober. And I included dozens and dozens of coaching videos and videos from people who, just like me, had an alcohol and drug problem and they found recovery. And they tell their story. And their stories are just like mine. Our stories are really the same, at least the drinking and using part. But the recovery part is different for some of us. And the difference is that some of us have stayed sober for a long time. Why is it that some people relapse after 3 weeks out of the rehab center, and other people like me are sober for 26 and a half years, not from a treatment center. Many other people have experienced that as well. So I just wanted to make clear to you that the obvious choice, the one that's being rammed down your throat every day by TV commercials and internet ads, they may not always be the right answer for you. I just want you to be educated, and I want you to understand that recovery and sobriety is about real world problems and real world solutions and real world transformations. That's all I have for you today. This is Coach Chris. The website is www.addictionfreedomcoach.com. You can visit my Facebook page. You can visit my Instagram page where I post every day under _ recovery journey. Post something there every day that I hope inspires people to maintain their sobriety. You're here where you can watch my YouTube videos. I am all about helping you find the solution to transform your life. Thank you very much.